We're building houses that have hundreds of years lifespan. Like this house will be here a very, very long time, a couple hundred years, easy. You know, it's a hell of a puzzle to put together.
Don't look at the camera. My name is Kyle Melgaard. I'm a general contractor working in Marfa, Texas with Method Building Company. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's remote for living, for sure. We packed up, moved out here in February of 2018 for a 3-year project. Method Building Company came about because that project ended and nobody was ready to leave. So a couple of us got together and said, all right, we're gonna try to do this on our own. As a general contractor, we receive a set of plans from an architect. Our job is to make it a reality from start to finish.
We pride ourselves on perfection. There's no such thing as perfection, but we're trying to get pretty damn close to that. You know, let's figure out what is our problem today and figure out how to do it the most elegantly. I think that's what I've enjoyed about this job, is like not doing the same thing over and over again. We're doing something different every day. We're still building houses, but the components of the house are always different. Everything going into the house is different. As long as we keep that head height, then we're good. And going this way, we can double that up. I mean, if you're tripled up on your header, then we're overlapping. Yeah, I mean, logistically, this place is a nightmare. I mean, it's very, very remote. We're extremely in the middle of nowhere. This one happens to be, you know, a really awesome project. It's one of the best ones we'll be on.
I think people are drawn to the landscape. I think it's something that you don't see everywhere. I mean, the desert is vast in Southwest, but it's just a really amazing spot to be secluded. So we are gluttons for punishment. And if we were going to stay in Marfa, we had to build a place, and drove out here to just kind of see what was available and found this lot and loved it. I designed this in SketchUp. We never printed out a set of plans. If somebody had a question about where things were going, I would make it up on the fly sometimes. Window here, window there. I think I had, you know, the baselines that looked at enough plans, but yeah, I can't believe that we never printed anything out.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Rammed earth has been around for millennia. Like parts of the Great Wall of China are made out of rammed earth. It is essentially building a formwork like a cake mold and then filling it up with your batter, and in this case it's soil. So you can kind of see, we call these lifts, and then we tamp that down and get compressive strength out of it. When you're tamping and you're kind of working the soil and the formwork, you can start to hear the thud change, and you know when the thud changes that you've really gotten the bang for your buck. You don't have to hang art. Honestly, I feel like the walls themselves are a piece of art. So the project that we moved here for was published in Lake Flato House's book, Rizzoli. It's a great book. It was fully rammed earth. There's some amazing pictures by Casey Dunn in here. The company that I worked for a little over 2 years, Gary Weeks and Company in Wimberley, and Gary let everybody that worked there make their own chair. This one was mostly put together by me, sanded by me. All the crew signed it on the bottom, which is really cool. Gary signed it. So yeah, everybody that's kind of worked for Gary gets their own rocking chair at some point. These are both the projects that we're working on at the moment. Beautifully drawn set. It's kind of a work of art in itself. And so this may sit on the table for a while.
Cars and Harry Potter?
Yeah, the significance. This was a gift from Faith. Long ago. I cherish it because I'm not really a car guy, and she gave me this beautiful Hot Cars of the 70s book, and it's just kind of a funny book that, yeah, I mean, we've been together for 24 years now, so that's traveled with us. I love this. This is a Jeff Dell. It's actually a mezzotint. A mezzotint is an image drawn on a copper plate that has been completely rocked with little pinholes everywhere. And then Jeff came in and drew all of what you're seeing in white by burnishing the copper back down, and then you ink the plate. So I was a junior in college, I think, and really was into printmaking. And Jeff needed help printing these. These are so large. You know, was lucky to get a printer's proof when we were done, I think we just kind of collect what collect. I don't know if I could say we're collectors yet. We don't have enough to be collectors. Artists that we know, that we like and want to showcase, like in our house, enjoy the stuff that we do have and would like to, build our collection out. I have 2 girls and they love Legos. So we definitely have invested a lot of money into Legos. Some of them that are more precious to them stay together, Statue of Liberty and the Vespa. They will never ask me for my help with a Lego. No, they will figure that out. And then since we moved houses when they were about 3 and 8, we made the mistake, and we made the mistake again, actually marking their heights on the trim work.
Are you staying stable height-wise?
I hope so. I don't know, you shrink as you get older. In Marfa, you have to kind of adapt to the situation. There are very few cabinet makers out here. So a lot of homes in this town will have either IKEA boxes, and this is just, an anthracite IKEA kitchen that we designed and put together. The nearest countertop guy is in El Paso, so people will tend to, and what I did, glue up 2x4s, and I milled them down, made them nice enough, and it's what you could work with where you're at. So 2x4s are available. That's what we got, countertop, and it works pretty well. This just came out actually not that long ago, and it's super, this one's amazing. Judd Foundation puts out this furniture book I was drawn to because I used to make furniture. We've constantly, since Method was born, had a project going with the Judd Foundation. This is kind of my first real rig, and it's kind of a retro camera look. I just think it's beautiful. It takes really nice photos. You still cannot beat a standalone camera as far as image quality, in my opinion. A friend of mine, when we were designing this house, said, "Hey, why don't you give some space between the 2 spots, and then you can have a little dog trot area." It kind of is funny because it separates, our bedroom from the other parts of the house, but it worked really well for us. This is where Faith and my bedroom is. I mean, it's pretty small. We have, our bed and artwork kind of scattered. Moroccan rug, brought some color in. The rammed earth, it starts to get, it's very tan. So you have to bring some color pops in every once in a while. This one's mine. I sat around one of these agaves for a while and was able to get a shot of a hummingbird feeding off the agave. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure it all out. I think it's just fun. I think about, printing more because I would like to, at some point, show my work a little bit. And I like taking the photos, so having other people see them is kind of the goal, right? Hot tub, that's where we spend our time. That's the best room in the house, honestly, is the hot tub. Where we sited the house, you're just looking out and seeing Chinati. You get the rolling hills that lead up to it. After we got the hot tub and started spending more and more time in it, we were seeing lots of shooting stars. Lots and lots of shooting stars. This dark sky country. Faith and I wanted a way to kind of commemorate each shooting star we see together. So only when we're together in the hot tub do we have this Amazon counter and we can click off, and we got 57 last year. In really not that many, sittings, but that's a lot. It's awesome. How many? 57 shooting stars in a year. That's pretty cool. Method was born right here. Our house is small, so we didn't build in an office space. Ideally, I think we would have a nice sitting couch here or something, like a love seat and, record player. But because we're a small business, we needed a place to run it.
You often shake it.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
T Swift. So this is kind of one of my favorite places ever, honestly. Faith and I have spent a lot of time in this hot tub. We talk for hours. It's a no phone space. To be able to check out from that stuff for a little while is amazing. This thing was a great purchase. Dark sky wise, this is the place to be.
I think there are really talented individuals that live here. It has inspired me to watch others do something amazing and go, oh man, I'm not trying to do exactly what they're doing, but to try to create like they're creating is pretty cool. It is very rewarding to drive by a finished house that we've done, a finished project, see them being lived in, see people using them, marking kids' heights on the wall. It's not the house itself, it's the people that you put in it. I think you just have to surround yourself with the stuff that you're into, what you like, and the people that you like, and it kind of comes together, honestly.